Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Oh, one moment. And enjoy the video.
Guys and gals, never here from Drakewing Gaming, or something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at y'all with another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. Let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go! Gotta go rescue your woman. I dash across stones and stumble through shallow pools, making haste to the shoreline, prepared to chase Grace's captors along the whole length of the loch if I must. My heart pounds so hard in my chest that I fear it'll burst in my rib cage. I'm soaking wet, but I can still feel the sweat at my temples. From afar, I can only make out shapes and silhouettes. It looks like Douglas's skiff, and sure enough, working the oars is the sea dog himself in his unmistakable oilskin hat. Accompanying Douglas is a broad-shouldered man fighting to hold on to the catch of his life. The loch roils around their quarry. Once the thrashing goes quiet, the water becomes still. Douglas's companion peers over the edge of the bow in the uneasy silence. Oh! Grace's enormous form explodes out of the water, and out of the nets that bind her the hemp rope snapping from her sheer size. My heart leaps as I stop in my tracks. She's free. Ah! My heart promptly sinks again. She's not swimming away, she's climbing aboard. The boat tips precariously under her weight. Grace, no, what are you thinking? She isn't thinking, at least not rationally. She wants to make a statement, be the prankster. She even slaps them both on their backs with a swat of her thin fingers. One of the men either lets out a strained cough or guffaw. It's hard to tell at this distance, but the noise echoes against the loch's cliff walls. What's to become of her if they disapprove? If they need or want her as a trophy? Just once, Grace. This is that time you hold your tongue, and you just can't do it, can you? See that sharp tongue flicker and flay on the air while she talks. It's long before Douglas's friend head tosses back from laughter? Well, I'll be. To my relief and astonishment, she seems to be parleying with her would-be captors. Affably, too. I can only imagine what's being said. As my fear subsides, I remind myself this is just Grace being Grace. She's certainly full of spirits, even if it's not joy-filled. It's at least true to herself. Equal parts mirth and mayhem, I suppose. Squeezed into a body the size of a great white shark. If nothing else, I hope Grace's formidable scale makes these two fishermen think twice about pursuing her again. I watch as her form launches off the bow of the boat, nearly flipping the vessel over. I still hear murmuring men's voices over the lapping of the waters as she swims towards shore. When Grace emerges from the water, I audibly gasp. She really is huge.
Well, that was a fine kerfuffle.
1 second, y'all. Water time. Guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back in, shall we? Oh, she a big gal. It's my first time seeing her standing fully out of the water. An awe-inspiring sight, no less intimidating. But she's still stunning in so many ways. From the iridescence of her skin to the broadness of her shoulders and the cute nip of her waist. And her huge...
Malcolm, you scamp, eyes up here.
Her whole being teases and panics me. Grace, I'm so sorry. Her scantily clad body holds my eyes captive, hypnotized, and I have to toss my head about to get out of the trance. Are you alright? She shakes all over, spraying water as her hair flies my way, but she's smiling. Oh, how she smiles.
Better than ever. I can't tell you how strong that made me feel.
That was a wee bit exciting to watch, I'll give you that. My stomach was tied in knots.
Oh, it was a dream, so empowering and even a little fun.
She appears unfettered. I sense whatever restraint she had left has been cast aside by her magnificent size and strength. It is to say a visible boost to her confidence. What on earth did you say to them?
Malcolm, I made them laugh. Told a few jokes, made a few puns. It was all in good fun.
Good Finn. It comes out as a mutter, and Grace breaks out in laughter.
That's the spirit.
I give her another once-over. Her size is just so daunting and appealing. Two things I believe she knows to be true. But that body makes me so thrilled. I can't pinpoint, but the excitement is there, not heightened by the fact that what's left of her outfit can no longer cover her frame. Her scales reflect the dawning of the sunlight, and her eyes sparkle along with the water, where the ripples catch the sun as well. The mere twinkling of the waves can't compete with the gigantic glistening diamond that is Grace McLeod. But with this excitement is a kernel of fright growing deep inside my belly, one that sprouts and whispers to me that Grace may yet become something I can no longer handle. What if I become the net?
What's wrong?
I was terrified when we saw you in that net. But it was so fast, you're out of it quicker than lightning. Grace looks pensive and licks her bottom lip.
Honestly, I started to worry too when I first saw the ropes, but
Her head tilts as she speaks, then she rubs her arms.
I let go of my fear. Let instinct kick in. When I used the strength of my arms to rip apart that net was the greatest sensation. I felt so powerful.
Your arms?
Alright, maybe the net broke because of my
Voluptuousness?
but I was ready to tear the net apart if I needed to.
She seems to be radiating in splendor of her own magnificence.
Malcolm, I felt invincible.
Her eyes become wide as dinner plates.
And maybe I am.
I hear that statement and let it sink in. Let it settle into my chest. Let it converge with my sprout of doubt. Invincible. I feel my heart racing. Her directness, her pure enthusiasm in this conviction shocks me in a way it perhaps shouldn't. I want to retort, but don't wish to spoil her glorious moment, or hurt her pride. My thoughts go back to a time when I believed any breath I inhaled could be my last. Yet here I am, alive, trying to convince my sea creature girlfriend to somehow keep a low profile. No one is invincible, Grace. I finally say it, but truly, what's left to threaten her? A net can't contain her, a fish hook can't land her. Even a harpoon seems likely to bounce off her scaly skin. Oh, alright, tea is done. I finally say it, but true. Okay, I already done.
Well, maybe I'm the first one.
Maybe so. Perhaps she's right. I don't know. I know the relief I feel that she emerged from the ambush unscathed. Oh. I jump back into her arms, both proud and anxiety-ridden, but mostly in love. I hold her tight as she holds me, relishing my skin on her scales, slowly rolling my head from side to side, taking in her salty sweet scent and feeling her heartbeat against my cheek. I saw you dragged away in that net and felt sick, helpless. I want to protect you, but I don't know how. It all feels so out of control. My voice is muffled from speaking into her slick skin, but she hears me nonetheless. As I press my sodden face into her chest, it envelops me and warms me in its softness.
You never could protect me, Malcolm. It's alright. I'm my own Grace. I don't need saving.
I let go and look into her eyes as a satisfaction, confidence again. I feel as though it should allay my fears, but it just unsettles me more. What about keeping all this a secret? At this rate, everyone in town will know by the end of Sunday service, when the gospel's made its way through the pews.
I do keep thinking about it. About staying hidden. I'm not averse to seclusion, you know, as my sisters will surely confirm.
It's all the more reason why Grace's brashness comes as a surprise. I watch her size herself up and smirk.
But for the first time in as long as I can remember, I'm not ashamed of myself. I am what I am. So if a few friends find out.
So what? You become the center of attention once the Gossip Guild catches wind.
I don't plan on revealing myself to everyone I see, if that's what you mean. Besides, Douglas and Mulgare were bound to find out eventually.
The revelation nearly knocks me on the ground. That was Mulgare on the boat.
Yes, can you believe it? He's after some fantastical trophy to be the new big draw for the pub, now that Sis is gone.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
I know! Imagine my smiling head presiding over the patrons of the Stag and Nani.
Her smile turns into a fierce, toothy grin.
I set him straight. The only thing Grace and the Stag and Nani will be the story of the one that got away.
Oh, I can hear the tall tale now. How Bulgaria heroically saved Douglas from a beast the size of a whale, nay, Leviathan, and lived to fight another day. It won't be easy to keep my mouth shut. I sigh. Sooner or later, Bulgaria will have to know about me being Grace's partner in crime. A box that idea away in my brain until I'm forced to address it. Either way, it somehow doesn't surprise me that he was the one to leap at the chance to go after dangerous quarry. What of Douglas?
I tried to get through to him too, but he was convinced I was some sort of conniving beast.
See? This is what I worry about. It's hard to hide my frustration now. So many others will believe what Douglas believes.
Don't worry, Bulgaria just had to talk some sense into him. Old Dougie knows more than what he lets on.
How so?
Douglas might as well be related to Miss Lana, what with all the Fey Lord wisdom he spouts. Did you know he claims to have seen a mermaid? That I was one too. Thought I was one too. What a joke.
Look who's talking. For all we know, mermaids live the next lock over.
Malcolm, don't be silly. Mermaids aren't real.
The statement is so matter of fact, it's as if Grace has forgotten she's a fairy tale being herself.
Anyway, rest assured, no Cranach man will be fishing for this particular catch any longer.
Good. Douglas fish in earnest after. My throat catches on my own chuckle and I cough. Someone else.
You're not telling me something.
Since we're putting everything out in the open, I suppose there's no sense hiding it now. Let's just say it wouldn't be a terribly romantic gesture if your sister's boyfriend had you stuffed and mounted. Hoping it's the gleam in Grace's eyes she catches on.
No!
Grace's exclamation is more surprise than disapproval. Oh, yes. I fill her in on what I saw on the Stag and Nanny, minus some details. Grace drinks in the news with all the zeal of one of the Grand Whist Club cronies.
No, sis, I know you could do it. And Malcolm, you can gossip as well as any whist player.
You approve?
Of the gossip and the romance.
She wrinkles her snout a little.
He's so old-fashioned and dull, and so hairy. That makes him a perfect match for Marion.
I have to laugh out loud. Oh, really? She likes Harry.
Have you seen how she dotes on her herd?
The two of us can't help but giggle. I don't mean to joke at her poor sister's expense, but it's one I think even Marion would appreciate. I'm glad you're taking this so well. I just hope the men are, too.
You're really worried, aren't you, Malcolm? Are you concerned about them, or about yourself?
Myself? Why would you ask that? Grace shifts her weight.
I don't know. Maybe part of me worries it's you who doesn't want to be seen with a giant fish girlfriend.
She looks crestfallen, but I don't let a moment pass without responding. No, Grace, not at all. My heart is with you, and I'm proud of our relationship, our partnership. I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. I continue to reassure her, but not mince in words. I would tell anyone that, should they ask. In the meantime, it just feels like...
It's nobody's business.
My heart flutters. I know she understands. Even if it weren't for the strange circumstances, neither of us would want to shout from the rooftops announcing our intimacy. I'm over the moon to be in love. It still feels like something I should hold close, keep private, keep pure. I think you're beautiful. No one could deny that. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon, YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!